There's a lot of types of fraud issues and cases. There's mortgage fraud, and there is fraud against Social Security. There's theft, and there's a lot of crimes that fall under the fraud title. And again, in every fraud case is different. You might have similar scenarios, for example, in a bank fraud, but the actual underlying events and facts are completely different. And so in order to know what the best defense would be in a fraud case, you need to review the discovery. And the discovery in fraud cases, no matter what kind of fraud case, is voluminous. They usually the government gives me an external hard drive with 2 or 3 terabytes of information. So I can review it and go through it and find the needle in the haystack about my client and about the fraud that he or she committed. Because usually, again, in fraud cases, they are charged in a conspiracy way, so there's more than one person that is committing the fraud. And so when I get a fraud case that has multiple co-defendants, the government does not give me the discovery that only relates to my client. They dump everything on me, and then I have to go through it and find what is relevant and what is not relevant to my client. And that takes a lot of work, a lot of experience into finding those, and then later, how do you put it together in order to fight at a trial? Now, there are some fraud cases that are one co-defendant and there's not that much discovery, but I've never seen a fraud case with just a couple of pieces of information. There's always documents that you have to review because fraud cases is what we call paper cases. The way that a fraud case is being investigated is by finding all the paper trail back to you, the client, and then the government has to tie it all together to show that the client did A, B, C, and D, and we can connect it all with the paper trail that person left.